right, we have our mini Hitachi excavator here at this job because we have some building drain line issues that need to be corrected. So let's get back here and take a look at it. But what's going on back here is they were having some backup issues with the septic tank, and a septic pumper came out and identified the issue, which is there's a drain line coming out of this little cottage right here, that there's a toilet and whatever else inside here that is tied into the liquids compartment of the septic tank, which is a no-no. And so what we need to do is retrench and abandon that connection to the inlet or to the outlet side, and we need to rerun it and tie it into the inlet piping of this tank. But also the septic pumper ran their camera down and they found, I think, a jog in the pipe where this flag's at here. So we're going to correct that as well. So we'll probably be trenching and installing new pipe from this flag all the way down to the inlet, and then reconnecting the small cottage to our inlet piping right here. So that's the scope of work. So let's get after it. All right, so what we're doing before we get started actually trenching out for the building drain line repairs is we have a couple conduits over here on the side of the building, and we are going to go ahead and cross trench and get these guys located so we can make sure we can avoid hitting that electrical. I think it's electrical for this shed down over here. So what we're trying to do right now is find this building drain line. This is right where the septic pumper with this camera located a problem with the pipe. It's straight out from the building, but unfortunately directly underneath these two conduits, which are split and go in two different directions out here. And so we can't use the machine very much right here with these conduits, so we're doing a little hand digging. Try to get this pipe exposed, try to see what the problem is. Yeah, there it is. Directly underneath the conduits. When Corey and I ran into this French drain or whatever this is going on here, I said, I bet you that when they were trenching for the French drain, for their drain pipe, they interrupted the sewer building drain line, and that's looks like exactly what happened. You can see this Ferco here. Can you see how that has squished down? So that's why I don't use Fercos. I mean, I've used Fercos, but if you use a Ferco, you really have to compact that dirt around it so you don't get that kind of settlement. You really, like drain rock or whatever. Otherwise, use a mission coupler. That's what these are right here. And if you use a mission coupler with that steel band on the outside, that's going to prevent your pipe from shearing, where one pipe meets the other and it's dropped in elevation or raised in elevation. So that's what's going on here. Something happened with this building drain line when they trenched and installed this French drain, and they made a fix. Because it was not a shear band coupling, it settled, dropped in elevation, and that's created that problem right here on this pipe. So Corey just got this put back together, and we use mission couplers here. That's the steel banded rubber coupling. What's nice about them is that you can do a repair when you have two pipes that are locked in with earth or up against the structure, and obviously you can't move one end to make a fitting connection using a solvent weld kind of fitting. You can use these mission couplers. So we got this assembly put back in here. We went ahead and added a sanitary tee for a clean out here at this location, and this pipe going up must turn and come back up over here for some sort of a building drain line connection, maybe further up next to the house. But I wanted to point out that we're using mission couplers. That's what you should be using, and this is why you don't use just a plain rubber coupler. You can use these, but you really have to bed the pipe really good so that the pipe doesn't settle, because that's obviously what happened here. And you can see the pipe sheared, it drooped and sagged down. They had one of these. I mean, look at that difference right there, right? I mean, that's drastic. And so that's why we use these mission couplers, because it makes a big difference. But again, if all you have is a Ferco, then what you really need to do is really tamp in that dirt on either side of the pipe, really bed it really well, make sure that there's good firm ground underneath what you're working with, and then maybe a Ferco's okay there. But if not, the safest way to go is these mission couplers. So I'm not going to beat it into you any more than that. We're over here digging at the inlet of the tank. At least I got that all exposed while Corey was doing this, and I want to show you what I found over there. All right, so I'm standing over here at the inlet side of the septic tank. The outlet riser's right over this pile of dirt. There's the little studio that's right there, and this is what I uncovered here on the inlet side. This is the main building drain line coming into the septic tank, and you can see that they bushed down from 4-inch to 3-inch using a bell reducer, or you might call it a reducer coupling. And that is not what you want to do. You really don't want to narrow down a pipe that's handling solid material. So obviously from the building we have water, pee, poop, toilet paper, and that could be a potential problem for them. Looks like they use that bell reducer or reducer coupling in hopes that that would be better than a reducer bushing, but still not good. You don't want to do that. They have a Ferco here, which doesn't appear to have drooped or sagged or anything, which is great. But we're gonna have to cut this whole thing out of here and put in new 4-inch pipe. We're gonna have a 4-inch ABS-Y with another 45, and then eventually another 45, and we're gonna come back and tie in to the existing pipe that's coming out just from the building. We only have 6 inches of fall, or maybe 5 inches of fall in this 30-foot run, so it's not as much fall as we'd like to see. Normally we're going for 2% fall, but it is all we have. And I've explained this to the property owner. Communication is good. Always communicate with the property owner on stuff like this. Because we can't achieve the standard required amount of fall of 2%, I've told the property owner, and we've also sent her an email for documentation on that. So if there's ever a problem, it's not going to fall back on me, assuming my work is good. So, all right, we're going to get this thing cut out of here, and Corey and I are going to keep digging back this way. All right, we got this little trench dug from that little studio back over here. Towards the inlet side, we got the that 3-inch diameter pipe section cut out of here, and we're ready to plumb this in. Okay, I'm gonna give you another measurement here in a sec, Corey.
Yeah.
Tell me when you can see the tip of that pipe there.
Right there.
That look good? Do you have that torpedo level?
I can go grab it.
Sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, very good. Yep, thanks, Chris. Bye. Okay, cool. You got a little bit of fall. Okay, you see the pipe?
Yeah,
in right more, there. Or is that good, right where it's at?
I mean, I had it 3 inches when we took the measurement. It's only like an inch in there right now.
Okay. Do you think it should be more for the sanitary tee?
Maybe a little bit more. Right there.
Right there? Okay. 8.5. 8.5 inches.
Okay. Need coupling?
Coupling.
Here.
Thank you.
8.5?
8.5, please. And paper towel if you have one at one point here.
I don't. Run to the truck.
Okay.
Here's the 8.5.
Okay.
You need a paper towel still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta dry this thing off. Paper towel. Getting that glue all the way around the outside. Might be a little bit. We're going to give it one good swift push here. That's going to be tougher than I thought. We're going to need some backup. There's a slight angle here. And it's going to be tough. We might need a mission coupler. We're going to find out. Nope. It's not gonna work. It's just too much of an angle. Can't get it. Doesn't look like much, but it's enough. I'm not a weakling, but that's not going to go in there. I don't have enough strength. There's no, I mean, I could try a digging bar here, but it's going to want to slip this way.
Yeah. Send demon in there.
There's just not enough. It's not enough. I mean, maybe if I went like that, try that. See what I mean there? Whoop, don't do it yet. I'm gonna try to pound this in deeper so we get a good penetration. Okay, now just hang on to that for a second.
Ooh.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Did it go in? Yeah.
Okay.
And is that why a good angle?
I mean, it went in that far, and that seems like a good angle. Put glue around it. Yeah, I think that's gonna do. Yeah. I mean, it's angling up, but it's not like super drastic or anything.
Okay.
I think we should call that, don't you think? It's gonna need to be bedded really well. As everything. It's a Street 45. Another 45, thank you. Okay. $32 3/4. Thank you. You like it? Okay, 88. 88. We're going to put this 22-degree bend on right here, get it in alignment with our new trench. Thank you.
Say a little bit of 3" for this.
Yeah, we can use a chunk of that, or if you want to cut a tiny nipple, like a 6-inch nipple off the pipe on my racks, you can run and do that real quick. So we're going to give them this 2-way clean out right here. Put it right on the end there. Okay, and we're going to use our own bell reducer or reducer coupling right here, because What we can do is bush up to 4-inch from a smaller pipe. So as you're going downstream, if you start with 3-inch pipe, you can bush up to 4-inch pipe. So that's what we're gonna do right here. We're gonna bush up to 4-inch and connect our pipe downstream. Okay, I'm all the way in. I like putting that glue on, going around one direction, then going back around the other direction. I just feel like it gets the glue around the pipe a little bit better. And get it on my shirt a little bit better. Perfect. That's good. Oh, didn't get on there too bad. Okay. That's it. I think I'm going to use this. So we're going to put this sanitary tee on. Corey came up with this good idea because it's so deep down in there, right? I can't bend over this and even be on my hips and reach that because that's like 5 feet down. So we've dry fit this ABS section into the top of our sanitary tee. I'm gonna put some glue in there, maybe drizzle some glue on the top of the pipe way down in there, and then Corey's gonna lower it down using that dry fit ABS pipe, and then I'm gonna tap it in. Just tap it in with this sledgehammer right here. And a little goofy, but I think that's the best that we can do without digging the whole top of the tank off and removing the riser just to put the sanitary tee on. So we're going to give it a go and we'll see how we do. Let me try to get some glue drizzled on that down there. Hold on a second. So far down there. Not be able to get anything.
What if you like pour it?
Pour it? I suppose we can try to do that. Okay. Okay, ready for a tap? Pretty darn good.
Let it dry before pulling.
I think that's on there all the way. All the way. Okay, that worked really good with that dry fit ABS nipple on the top. The sledgehammer, we drizzled the glue on the top of the end of the pipe and worked out good. So we have all of our pipe is installed. It's all bedded, all chalked in. We were only able to achieve 1% or 0.9%. So it's not great. We would like to see 2% on a building drain line, but got it all chalked in, bedded. Got a couple blobs of dirt on it just to hold that pipe down. But Corey will be back here tomorrow. He has to rapid set the inlet of the tank hole right there and do some backfilling, but I have to be somewhere else tomorrow. So anyways, hopefully something here was educational for you guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time. Over now.